Hi everybody, I've been working on a new mini and I've got it here to share with you. I'm still sick, so excuse my hoarse voice, but I wanted to share this album with you. It's done on 6x6 pieces of chipboard, and on each of the pages I have inked the edges in walnut stained crackle paint and then picket fence, and then I took some glossy accents and went around the edges and put some diamond dust on them, and each one of the pages is done like that. They're also each done with a cream colored cardstock mat that I took my sewing machine and just roughly sewed around the edges, and then I distressed them and inked up the edges with frayed burlap distress ink. For my ring here, I just tied some seam binding on that I've colored with distress inks, and I've got a little Tim Holtz fragment charm on here that I made that has a Santa photo in there, and I used some gold paint pen and glossy accents to shine the little ornament up. My flowers are the nylon flowers that I just taught you how to do in my tutorial. Got two of those on there. This was white. I inked it up with aged mahogany distress ink, and it doesn't dry very quick, as you know, so my hands were, totally covered in ink trying to put this flower together, but I thought it came out really pretty. There's some prima leaves and a little stem of stuff from the dollar store. Here's some more seam binding that I dyed with the aged mahogany, and I'm calling this a card maker's mini because every page in this album has a card on it. I've been really into card making since the spring, but if you're not into it, you might be mistakenly thinking that cards are just flat and square. Well, they're not. They're almost like making mini scrapbook pages now. There's so many different shapes and folds and whatnot that you can do for cards, and I wanted to make this album as a kind of sample of what you can do. It's really fun to make cards like that because it's like making a one-page scrapbook. So this first card that's on the front of my album is a recessed card or framed card. If you can see, the image is recessed into the paper. And for the frame, I took some little small brads and just cut the prongs off of them and glued them on there so I didn't have to worry about the prongs and covering them on the back of the card. And then I have a journaling spot on the inside that I did a little stamping on. And for all my tags and journaling spots, I also took a separate piece of that cream cardstock, sewed around the edge with my sewing machine, and then added it to the back of the tags or journaling spot or whatever. So that's the first card, and then there's a little circular sentiment there. The first page is a double pocket card. Here's a little vintage findings, I'm not sure what you call these, ribbon slide, or I'm not sure exactly, journaling spot. It's a metal anyway. And I've got two tags in here. All my tags are made with vintage images off of the internet, and I've got the journaling spot on the back with the sewing and the stamping and whatnot. But you've got two big tags for that. For the next page, I love this card. I don't know what it's called. I call it a squash card because it reminds me of the little squash books that you make in scrapbooking. But I've used Martha Stewart punch on it, got another image off the internet, and added some gold halfback pearls. There's some music I printed out on a piece of copy paper and aged and distressed. There's a tag that slides in behind the card itself with some journaling on it. And I've got some little paper Christmas trees down here. This card is held together with a ribbon, and when you untie it, it opens up into a diamond. And you've got two places here for photos, and it's all inked and distressed around all the edges. So that's the second page. The third page is an envelope fold card. You don't see very many of these. It's just decorative, really. I put some buttons on here with the paper, added a journaling spot up here, and a photo mat in there. And I don't know if you can see it's just folds that make this look fancy on the front of it. I've got two tags in here with the vintage images, and the back's all fixed like I explained to you. For the fourth page, there is a gatefold card. I have some little paper flowers on here from, I think it was Making Memories, a Fa La La collection. This is a image from Fred She Said Designs. I'm on a design team for this designer, and this is one of the images that she drew, and I printed out that wreath and put it on the front of this card. There's some ribbon, cut out a little piece with my Nestabilities, one of my Nestability dies, and printed piece on that. And this part just tucks in behind there to hold the card closed. Then I've got just decorative paper mats on the inside for photos. And you just lift that up to tuck it back in. I put a doily behind here that I inked up with a little bit of frayed burlap distress ink. And there's another tag with journaling on the back. The next page is a Joyfold card. I have a big button down here, another one of those flowers, and I've put stickles on it and the one on the page before too. And there's a little bit of baker's twine right here. This is another Martha Stewart punch that I put underneath this Nestability with the cinnamon on it. And that just lifts up and opens up, and you have a photo mat here, and then I put lines down here for journaling. And then that just tucks back under to keep that closed. For this page, I think this is called a Z-fold, I'm not sure, but it just basically folds out like that. And I just put a little bit of gold ribbon. It's the Martha Stewart punch with some red bling there. And those are photo mats for the inside. And this is open to where you can slide a picture under there if you wanted to. Here's another tag for journaling for that photo page. This is a hinge card, I believe it's called. I've got it tied together with some ribbon, added some buttons with some embroidery thread in there, and you just pull the ribbon undone, and this card folds out several ways. First of all, you have this little piece up here, and I put a journaling spot and a photo mat, but it also folds out this way, and I made two spots for journaling there, and there's a photo mat there, a photo mat there, and a photo mat there, so that one has plenty of room in it for photos. For the last page, this is a crisscross card, and I made a big photo mat that slides in the pocket. It's just blank for photos, or you could make that a big journaling spot if you wanted to. But it has a little bit of punch work on here, some baker's twine, some more of those little flowers, and then it has two tags behind in the pockets for journaling. And then on the back I just put my name in a decorative frame that I found that was blank on the internet, and I just typed my information in there and cut that out and put it on the back. But that's my album. I just wanted to share that with you. If you're not into card making, maybe you learned a little something about it so that it doesn't seem so maybe boring to you. It might be something you're interested in. But I hope you like the album. I'm pleased with how it turned out, and I hope you are too. And just thanks for watching. Bye.